Hello! Thanks for coming. This is my 101st video, and I just wanted a little special video. This is my very first spawn spot. It was Alpha 1.2, I believe. It was in either very late October or early November 2010. And this was the very first world that I spawned. I still have it. I still play on it once in a while. And this was back in the days, obviously, before there was beds. And so I built a little hut, and I had a workbench, and I used to have a chest in here filled with some very fundamental armor. And yeah, this is where I first spawned. And up there is a little outlook fort. Spent many a cold nights waiting for this is actually new. This is the first I actually only put in a portal in this world like about 2 weeks ago. And over here is where I wandered. This world in Alpha World, actually, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's Alpha 1.2. Trees were very sparse. These trees basically have grown up since switching over to different versions. There was like about a grouping of 6 trees here, and that's I had to live off that, and there was and coal was even more sparse. But this was my first area. I remember I had played only the creative free version, and I spawned this world, and I remember coming over here and this stuff was on fire from this lava from having just been generated, and wood still burned continuously, and I hunkered down over here. And for some reason, for the first 3 days, no monsters came. So I was unaware that there was any even monsters in the game, because I'd only played the creative mode and I was barely looking at the wiki page. And then the monsters started coming. And so I did some studying, and I ended up building a little wooden hut right here. This is actually some of the wood still left from that original structure, where I would sit here and basically look out this hole. There was a view there at the time, and I started digging back into here, and this would have been my first deep tunnel. And I only again recently put a bed in this world because there wasn't a bed, and as you can tell, I've put in some done some remodeling, putting in the current new brick. And I would sit up here, and this is what I would use to escape, because creatures would be over there and I'd quickly run down over this way to escape out. And yeah, so you had to, I had to do a lot of digging. Spent a lot of time just underground, staying away from monsters. This was a long tunnel that I built to my what I guess I would call my beta site, because it was my second hut. I cleared all this out in order to get some coal, some very small amount of iron. I had to build this wall here because monsters kept spawning and attacking me as I was just trying to cross this room. And so this was my other site that I would often stay in. Some of the wood still left is from the original building of it, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot here now. And you know, they just wait outside, and all this area here is dug out. This used to be flat ground, but creepers, you know, kind of did their own mining here. And as you can tell, the forest, in fact, there's even some trees over here. Let's go over and take a look. I think these trees still, they don't have any wood, but they don't decay either. And I'm not going to touch them, because as soon as I touch them, they'll start decaying. But as you can tell, I chopped out all the wood, but they still just stick around because they've never been updated, those squares. So they just hang out. And then before sand blocks came into the game, I had the idea of building a pyramid. I was going to use dirt as the base structure, and then put sand on top of it. And when I started realizing how much sand and dirt and being constantly attacked, because I played it in survival mode. I didn't ever put it on peaceful to do building. I was still just playing the game as if I was trying to build some sort of little civilization. So, you know, I did a lot of digging, but I never I created a perimeter, but I never really it's kind of odd those things are still here, but I never really got any pyramid other than this little one built, and because it was constantly attacked by skeletons, and this was my, and when spiders first came, when spiders first came into the game, you know, these were the best. I'm sorry, when spiders start climbing, these were the best defenses against those spiders. And these were just little, you know, nighttime. You had to stay up all night, so you really couldn't build anything extravagant. Yeah, lots of sand. And again, you had to build little tunnels. Was the safest way to move around, you know, at nighttime. You didn't dare go above ground. And this was another base. Again, I've recently put a bed in here. And this little underground fort that I built a perimeter fence. This was an attempt here to trap some animals when they first, you know, fences were in the game. Just trying to trap them. And yeah, there's some good looking mountains around here, even though this is I'm going to cut it. Be right back when we get over to another area. Alright, as you can see, I'm kind of at 0-0 here. Back a long time ago, there used to be a theory that there were more spawns occurring around 0-0, and this was my first attempt at a monster trap, drowning. when they were still telling you to do these bigger slabs, have them fall off instead of running water through on like little 6x6s. There's a whole tunnel underneath here. Never really worked out very well. Got a few things, but nothing. And then I built this little fortress area here where I could observe and defend. And yeah, so this was probably about the last fortress I built before I started spawning other worlds. And so yeah, that's where I originally spawned about 11 months ago. Lots changed in the game since that. It's kind of funny how 11 months can make you have memories about days of old. And so I just wanted to thank you. Lots of videos, more Clay Soldiers. There's been updates in Clay Soldiers, so we'll be doing more of those here. They're in 1.8.1, so I have my versions available to do that, and we'll see you then. Thanks, and good night.